how you going? I'm going to do another EDC run through. I previously made a kit. This one, there's a video on my channel that you can watch. I'll link it up there. Since I made that kit, I've made a few changes and changed the way that I carry things. So I thought I'd run through what I'm doing now. So I'm now, instead of the one with everything jammed in, I'm carrying two separate kits, and I'll talk through why I'm doing that. So firstly, the cases, they came from Amazon. They were about $10. I'll put a link in the description. They are a smart fit case, and I've found they're a really good size. They're not too big. They fit in bags, no problem. So with these kits, I'll usually carry both when I'm going to the office, when we're going away for the weekend, that type of thing. So yeah, let's get into it. First things first, the red one. This is my electronics case. So first things first, I've just got a set of wired headphones because I usually carry wireless headphones, but just have some wired ones there in case battery runs out, that type of thing. And next, I have a power bank. I've gone for a bigger power bank than I had in my previous kit. The previous 5,000 milliamps, that's about a one phone charge, whereas this is a 10,000 milliamp that I could probably get an entire weekend worth of charges on. It'll charge USB-C, USB-A, so there's that. Now cables to go with that, I have a USB-C to C, I have USB-A to micro, so that for anything that still needs a micro, and I have a to C for charging phone or other things. Next in this case, I have just a wall charger. It's a quick charge that'll work with the cables to charge anything that I need to charge. I have a USB stick. It's got the USB-C on one end and the A on the other, so you can plug in a computer or phone or whatever. It's great for transferring stuff between phone and computers, or just for moving files without using the cloud. Next, I have a micro SD adapter for micro SD cards so that they can just plug straight into the SD jack on my computer. Next, I have an OTG plug, so I can plug any USB thing into my phone, and that's what that is for. And lastly, in this kit, I have phone mount phone holder. Folds super flat. This is a Joby one. Again, there'll be a link to most of these items down in the description. This is a Joby fold flat, and this goes with another little Joby mini tripod that folds out, and between the two of them, that will hold my phone still. The little Joby tripod will also work on my point and shoot cameras. It won't work on an SLR or a DSLR. So that's everything that I have in that case. So that's quite a simple one, just all the electronic things that I might need. So next, this is tools and other things. Where do we start? Right in the middle. So firstly, I have medical things. So I've got a pretty simple kit at the moment that I replenish when I need to. This is some ibuprofen and some paracetamol. And yeah, when I use them, I'll just refill them from packets at home. I also have some alcohol wipes for cleaning skin, for cleaning surfaces, that type of thing. And just some Band-Aids. Next, just a few tissues. They always come in handy, and yeah, again, I'll replenish them as I need them, as I use them. And the other medical thing is a surgical mask, because unfortunately we're still in a pandemic, so trying to avoid catching things from outside. Alright, next on this little card, it's just a piece of plastic, and I have a few loops of gaff tape around it. Gaff tape is one of the most useful things you can carry, and I use it quite regularly. Again, on the sticking things to other things, I have some little cable ties. I used one just the other day in the office when I needed to bundle some cables underneath the desk, so that was quite useful to have in that circumstances. And I also have a mini tube of super glue that came as a packet with a few in it. Super glue, yeah, as I said previously though, gaff tape's for sticking things temporarily, and super glue is for sticking things a little bit more permanently. Let's go in the front of this pouch. I have a mini Bic lighter. This, I used it just on the weekend. We were away for the weekend at a house with a fireplace and no matches, so I was able to start fires for us all weekend, which was good. I have this little Nightcore torch. It's got two modes, dull mode and a bright mode, and the dull mode is enough to find things in the dark without ruining your eyesight, and the bright is enough to find your way in the dark. So yeah, it's quite a good little one. It's USB, it's rechargeable, which I can recharge from the power bank. Next, I just have a little mini box cutter. This one came from a discount shop. That's mostly used for opening Amazon boxes and other parcels that I pick up at the post office. I also have a set of tweezers. These came from the chemist. I decided against getting one of the little sets, because these were are a lot cheaper and they do the job really well, and they don't take up that much space when they're all pushed down. So that's there. Next, as in my other kit, I have the Gerber dime. It's got tons of tools. Some of them I've doubled up on this kit. Got the knife, you've got screwdrivers, you've got scissors, you've got tweezers, and bottle opener. That one comes in quite handy. And yeah, just a really good little tool. Really quite good for the size. It takes up practically no space and provides a lot of functionality. I also have a bundle of string. This is just builder's twine that cost me $3 for 50 meters or something like that. So that's just there for tying things to things. And I have a little moleskin notebook, quite a small one, but still enough to be able to take notes if I need to. And to go with that, I have a mini Sharpie and a Bic pen. This is a normal Bic pen that I cut down with a hacksaw to make it quite a small one, but with the lid on, it's still enough that you can write without it being uncomfortable. So I decided not to spend more money on mini pens. Got hundreds of these things floating around, so that's there. Last on this side, this is just one of those little compressed towels. You add a little bit of liquid or hand sanitizer or that type of thing, and it'll expand out into a towel about that big. It's a bit more substantial than a tissue if you need something like that. I also have a few safety pins just tucked into the webbing here, and I also have a sewing kit. So this is one black thread, one white thread, a black button and a clear button, that just for doing minor repairs until you can get home and attack it with the sewing machine or do it in a better way. So I've lost buttons before, and it's really good to have this kind of thing if you need it. Okay, next I have, this is a fold up spork. As you can probably see from the way I'm doing it, the mechanism's quite strong, and it's a metal, so this is quite a good one to eat with. It's for eating my lunch when I'm at work or out, that type of thing, if I don't have access to cutlery, and trying to avoid using takeaway plastic disposable stuff. So that folds up there. Next, this is a relatively new addition. I found the scissors on the multi-tool were a little bit tiny, so I got some fold up scissors. These aren't massive, but I can at least get my fingers into them and they'll cut most things. They're quite sharp, do the job really well. They're a good addition to the kit. Next, this is again a new addition to the kit. I feel like once you get into EDC, it's a matter of time until you buy yourself a Knipex pair of pliers. They're adjustable out to quite wide. Yeah, really solid. I've used them more often than I thought I would already, and I've only had them for a few weeks, so yeah, really like them as an addition to the kit. And lastly, I have this. This just came from a hardware shop. It was a few dollars. It's a solid metal. It's got a flathead screwdriver on one side and Phillips on the other. The ones in the pocket knife, they do the job in a pinch, but having an actual decent solid screwdriver that you can lean into does the job a lot better. So that's there, and that's everything that is in my kit. I'll leave links down below to any of the things that came on Amazon. I'm sure I'll keep adding to these kits as I find I'm lacking things, but in the meantime, I'm finding this kit is quite useful already. And yeah, thank you for watching. Let me know if you have any questions.